36 states have submitted their positions on state police, with the majority agreeing on the need for state-controlled policing. Policing in Nigeria has never been this challenging. Aside from accusations of violence and brutality, the police are widely regarded as ineffective and inefficient. While insecurity surges across the country, regional security networks are springing up in an uncoordinated manner, raising questions about ownership and control. Joining us now to discuss state police as proposed by the governors of Nigeria is Chief Simon Okeke, former chairman, Police Service Commission. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the morning show.
Thank you very much indeed. Good morning.
Well, Chief, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Well, state police looks like an idea whose time has come. The 2014 National Political Conference recommended it. Now again, under President Tinubu, the 36 state governors, they say they want it. They were only waiting for the FCT to join them in endorsing it. Now, as a former police chief, former chairman of the Police Service Commission, do you think that this idea will be most beneficial to making Nigeria a more secure environment for the citizens?
Thank you very much indeed. Ruben, in the first place, let me appreciate you and your team, Rufai, Hosseini, and Ayo. I always appreciate you.
Thank you.
You have really elevated the profession of media to the highest pinnacle. I appreciate you. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Well, on the question of thank you. On the question of the need, or otherwise, of the state police, it goes with us saying that that is what is needed. I started from 2002 to advocate for it, based on what I saw when I traveled extensively to various countries, in particular United States of America, which is the country we copied their system of government. I found that state police is a sine qua non. Without it, we are just wasting our time. When I advocated it initially, I was called all sorts of names. Some said that I wanted to scatter the country by not having one police. By having state police is a cry for disintegration of the country. I don't see how that will happen, because we copied the US system, federal system. Why we have not copied their system of police is what I don't know. Nigeria happens to be the only federal, a country that is practicing federal system, but with a unified police. To me, it doesn't make any sense at all. It will assure safety if it is adopted nationally. Let me, at this instance, send my appreciation to His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, who, at the time I was saying this, was the governor of Lagos State. And he agreed with me completely. We exchanged views extensively on the need for state police, and both of us were in tandem on that. So, there is no gainsaying that state police will assure better safety and safety of life and property for this country. Anything outside of that is just a waste of time.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. You share a lot of, you share a thought to the number of people who've come out to say that the way forward is state policing. However, there are also some concerns that have come up regularly when this conversation comes to bear. One of such is the potential abuse of state police by state governors. Some people have even cited what has happened with the state independent electoral commissions and how in some states the governors have used them as political tools. What are some measures that you'd suggest we put in place to ensure that we're able to mitigate this risk of state governors using state police to their own advantage unfairly?
I'll tell you, any system that is adopted, if it's not properly controlled, it will be abused. So, state police cannot be different. There's no doubt at all that, there's argument that the various governors will use this for territorial expansion or to hound their political opponents and so on and so forth. Yes, I agree. But this is just one out of many other advantages. I believe that there will be checks and balances provided by the National Assembly. And when we say state police, we are not saying that there will be no federal police entirely. No, there will be federal police for interstate matters and crimes which will be handled by them. Also, the federal police can also help to provide checks and balances for the excesses of the states that will abuse the state police. The National Assembly will provide do's and don'ts, excesses that will be avoided when that is put in place. I believe that with that, the fear will be much reduced. If there's no system, whatever, left uncontrolled that cannot be abused. Therefore, the answer is for the National Assembly to provide rules, do's and don'ts in the issue of state police. The boundaries one can cross, and then the boundary where one will not cross. That will help to bring sanity to the adoption of state police. By and large, if the National Assembly provide the checks and balances, the rules that have to be obeyed by the practice of the state police, there'll be sanity. There's no doubt at all.
Okay. Can you foresee a scenario if you have a case where there is clashing of jurisdictions? And take, for instance, I'll posit this scenario, I'm just trying to think of it in my head, where the federal government is at loggerheads with the state governor, and, they want to use the paraphernalia of federal might against the state governor. And the state governor to use his own state police to defend himself. Can you posit sort of a scenario? What do you think will happen, and how should scenarios like that be solved when it comes up?
I think that would be very rare indeed. When a rule is made, it's not made for any particular state. When a line is drawn, I mean, it's all concerned will agree that that level should not be exceeded. I don't see how. I don't envisage a situation where the federal government will overdo to the detriment of the state, and vice versa. I don't think so. There's, the rule is the rule. I have to be obeyed, but I cannot see. I have thought of many ways of abuse, but I have not come to see how the federal government could abuse use the might to overrun the state. No. I don't envisage that. No, I don't.
Still along the same lines, the major concern could be authority and control. These state governors, they say, well, they don't have direct control over the police in their various states. And we have seen the way some of our governors behave. Are you concerned that some of these governors that we have seen, if you add state police to their powers of control, would they not abuse state police? Would they not use the policemen against political opponents? And the security situation we're trying to address, we could achieve the opposite in terms of having chaos on our hands. Not every governor will misbehave anyway, but we've seen quite some interesting characters in state government houses who will abuse the police, wouldn't they?
Well, it is possible, but it is very rare. It's quite rare. Each party should know the boundary not to be crossed. And if you cross it, you are penalized. If you know you have to be penalized, why should you cross that boundary? There are the state should control. The state governor ought to be able to direct the commissioner of police to what is required to ensure peace and security in the state. And as it is today, if this directive is given and the commissioner says, okay, thank you very much, let me get permission from my boss. He goes to IG goes to commissioner, the commander-in-chief. By the time the response comes back, things have spoiled. One cannot say that the governor is the chief secretary of the state. Things will spoil. The answer is the commissioner take directive from the governor. Do what the governor wants to preserve the peace and security of the state. If this is done, the state will be more secured rather than the other way around.
No, my question was that...
That's my view.
Oh, no, my question was that the governors, being politicians, could offer self-serving orders. And then where would they find the funds to even, make sure that these state police formations function? These are state governments that cannot even pay minimum wage. Who is going to fund state police? There's also the question of funding, apart from the character of the politicians.
Ruben, as of today, the federal government cannot fund the police appropriately. And hence, the governors, as of now, are spending so much of their fund on the police. You hear of one governor or the other buying 200 vehicles and other equipments and so on. The governors have security vote. What do you use security vote for? That's what is to be applied for. As of now, the states are funding the police. That is clear. Why not allow them to do it all, officially, rather than as you wish? No. I think that is a better thing to do, Ruben. I think so.
Well,
to say that the fund is not there, the fund is not there, as it is today, it is the states that are responsible for much of the funding of the police. Even the kids, their uniforms and their ammunitions and so on, is the governors that are doing that, not the federal. If you look at what the federal government is appropriating for the police, you weep for the country. You weep for the country. I mean, the Inspector General of Police every quarter or every month, no, every quarter, sets a budget for each state command. You need to see what goes to the command, Ruben. You weep for the country. For a whole state command, for fueling, you have 200,000 naira in a month. I mean, it is not a hearsay. This is what I have. This is what I know. So you can see that the police is very much handicapped. They have nothing in their and hence they request the various people who come to the police for one thing or the other to provide the writing sheet, pen, and paper. Oh, no, it's not done. It's not done.
Well, on that note, sir.
It is beyond them.
Well, on that note, we would like to thank you.
The state is. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Chief Simon Okeke, former chairman of the Police Service Commission.